And again, you're not in alignment to what's being directed at you. I do feel like quite a few individuals invested in something that they felt like should have had an effect on you. But again, you weren't in alignment for it to. And it inevitably returned. I'm also hearing that something that backfired made somebody more attracted to you. This could have been glamour being done over your appearance to skew your appearance. King of Staves, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Again, it only made somebody more passionate about you. And it looks as though, again, you're going through divine alterations to your physical vessel. So you could be going through physical changes as well. Changes that you are admiring. Not in an egotistical way, but in a way where you're like, wow, I look really handsome today. Wow, I look really beautiful today. I look different. I like this change. Or you may have even made changes to your aesthetic, or you may have been guided to feng shui your space. You are not only being prepared, not only have you been prepared for what is unfolding and what is about to be a part of your physical experience, but if you've been guided to feng shui your space, make changes to your space, you are inviting in new energy, you're inviting in a new experience. It's like you have made space for what was inevitably coming through, and intuitively you picked up on something about to change in your physical experience that you, being the intuitively guided soul that you are, prepared for it. You're ready. An offer? This could be an apology. We got Magic at the bottom of the deck again. And 7 of Staves. Clarify. An individual going through judgment is experiencing the severity of it in this moment. Decided to do a last ditch, last resort oppression, obsession spell, praying that you would open up your energy and lines of communication to them. This individual only brought worse upon their experience trying to break into yours. We got a King of Swords out here. I'll get into this in a minute. So some of you have an ex that we did talk about this over on YouTube. An ex or karmic familial members that want to apologize. You hear the beeping in the background. They were forced to back up, especially with 7 of Staves here. Ancestral interference to assure that this work would not have any effect on you or interfere with what you're being guided to do and who you're being guided to connect with. So again, you may be having dreams about these karmic familial members, these old friends, or your ex, or you could be seeing their names. They were attempting to find a way into your energy, feeling as though you'd be able to save them from the darkness they're drowning in. They wanted a change. They needed you. Because they know the changes you're going through and what you're energetically being prepared for. There are individuals that know with how they've lost complete access to you, that they'll have to sit on the sidelines and watch your wildest dreams come true. Oh, wait, luxury interior! Yep, your name is confirmation. Thank you for the rose, by the way. But they know that you have moved into a timeline to where things are unfolding for you in such a way that those from the outside looking in are going to be viewing you as living a life of luxury. So, luxury interior Miami, thank you for the roses as well as the confirmation that came with your appearance. Oh, some about your appearance. But I meant like that came with you popping in the live. Welcome in. What's up, Galactic Golden Ohana? But again, you look like money. You look like luxury. You're emanating this very abundant, prosperous, alluring, magnetic energy. And it's like they see things working out for you. Somebody here was attempting to really pocket watch you. And they see that no matter how many obstacles they have attempted to set up, you are still provided for. If this is not pocket watching, these individuals, there were heavy attacks on your stability. And by now, you should have been homeless. By now, you should have been broke. By now, you should have been like begging. They wanted you in this beggar energy, which would have inevitably put you in a position to come back. They felt like if you had nothing, if you lost everything, you would have to come back to them, whether it was an ex, karmic familial members, or a unit, or old friends that you may have lived with, or wanted to be seen as better than you. Horrible people, yes, that are facing horrible divine repercussions. And thank you. I actually have my hair up in a little clippy right now. But hey, we're bringing in the purple royalty, crown chakra energy. I just feel like this was the color that I needed to. I've never done purple, but I also felt like this was the color that I just needed to have in my experience. So I appreciate you acknowledging the hair. I really do. As you guys know, one of my creative expressions is my makeup and my hair. So your favorite color may be purple. You could have purple nails. You could have a lot of purple outfits. Purple could call to you. Purple is the color of royalty as well as crown chakra energy. It is the color of the crown chakra. So some of you may have had a lot of individuals attempting to target your crown chakra. You know what? Actually, let me look up the spiritual significance of purple. I feel like that has something to do. Your birthday is amethyst. Hey! Let me look up purple's spiritual meaning. Royalty, spirituality, wisdom, and intuition. A divine connection, or a connection to the divine and supernatural. A color seen as balancing red's energy, blue's calmness, and fostering a state of introspection and reflection. Beautiful. All right, you royal, galactic, golden, chosen children of the Most High who are extremely intuitive and intellectually advanced. This is definitely your message. I'm glad we brought that up, and I'm glad I looked that up. Also, something's in bloom. They said you're in bloom. We got a King of Swords out here that's mentally entrapped about an offer. What did we just talk about? Wisdom with the color purple. This card is wisdom. So this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius from your past, or this could be somebody that lied on you, slandered you. Because if I'm taking the King of Swords in reverse, this is somebody that was a massive shit talker. Somebody that was very egotistical, possibly borderline narcissistic, or is narcissistic. So it looks like this individual is mentally entrapped about the fact that you're receiving an offer, or they have to give an offer, or you won't accept an offer. Because with the Prince of Cups out here as well, this could be a Pisces, Aquarius cusp that has to give you something, or they go to jail. Or this individual is mentally entrapped about the fact you get everything you want. You're divinely spoiled. Somebody here is upset at the fact they can't be a part of you being divinely spoiled. And this is like spiritual jail that may very well, as above, so below, be their physical experience. I know quite a few of you sent me some confirmations about the fact that you had exes in jail. I received 3 of them. 3 of you reached out to me and was like, my ex is in jail. And I was like, what? Oh my God. So this could very well be that. You could find out that somebody had been detained. This is also giving spiritual jail. Well, somebody is entrapped in their darkness, in a reality to where they have to overwork themselves. Like, this is like a miserable life. A miserable life. Working a job they hate, married to somebody they hate, unable to pay like all of the bills, like they're barely getting by, like their life is below really anybody's standards. Like, nobody would want to live this way. Nobody wants to live this way, but they wanted you to live this way. So somebody here is upset with their circumstances while they see that you're continuously being divinely provided for and spoiled. And this is the peace you're feeling. Yeah, subpar. Yes. Yes. I didn't want to say it like that though, because I didn't want to sound rude. Because a lot of us, even though we're being divinely provided for, the outside looking in, like nobody would, the best way to put it is we're grateful for what we have. All right, I know that there's quite a few of us staying in like extended stays, hotels, Airbnbs. Some of us, including myself, don't have a car. Things like that, to where individuals that have more than us would probably look down on us, or probably be like, your life is so fucking bad. But we're sitting here and we're going, my life is beautiful. I always get to pay my bills on time. Like, God always makes sure that my bills are paid. My babies are fed. My fur babies are fed. I have a roof over my head. We got food in the fridge. I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm at peace. But other individuals would go, that's how you fucking living? Could never be me. Some of these individuals, it's about to be them. Where they're individuals that are living, it's like it's the perspective they have about their experience. To where you worked for what you have now. You worked to earn what you have now. You're grateful for what you have because there was a time when you didn't have it. There was a time where you had nothing. And these individuals are cursing the sky and the Most High for what they're going through, but they know they brought it upon themselves. And these individuals would rather hold disdain and resentment towards you because you have worked to acquire. And now that you have worked to acquire and you've elevated, you have ascended, you've alchemized all of this directed your way, your life is unfolding effortlessly. You are consistently being divinely provided for and spoiled because of the gratitude you hold and the hard work that you put in to get here. And these individuals wanted instant gratification. They wanted things to just fall out of midair. I won't even say fall out of midair. They wanted to manipulate your energy and destroy your character and reputation to keep you from obtaining opportunities while they elevated above you. And the divine wasn't having that. Their initiation process into healing has started. And it's painful. Y'all know it's painful. Job season sucks. These towers, divine judgment, sucks. We've all been there. A lot of us, if not all of us, lost everything. With the energy that we came up against, we went through multiple excruciating deaths and rebirths. Some of us even literally died and came back. We were given the choice to come back, to complete what we came here to do, right into destiny. A lot of individuals are looking at the success that you are now and what you have acquired and the energy you're in, feeling as though you don't deserve it, yet they didn't fully see or witness what you went through behind the scenes to get here. And it was a lot of ugly. It was a lot of pain, a lot of tears, a lot of breaking down and building back up. Very, very vulnerable states of existing with everything that we had to break through. And now individuals are seeing, like, some of you have platforms, and they're seeing that your platforms are getting traction. And they're mad because every way that they've attempted to get attention has failed. Because they're doing it for the validation, they're doing it for the clout. Well, you're doing it because of your mission. Some of you are artists. You make art, you sing, you rap. And you do it because it's your soul's calling, you love it. And you never expected to receive recognition from what you were doing. You knew as a child that this would touch the lives of others. You knew that inevitably you would gain traction because of how many souls you were meant to impact, but you never did it for attention. While these individuals have been doing what they've been doing for attention, for clout, for wealth, for fame. Exactly, and there's a very big difference. Like for me, my aesthetic is my artistry. This is my art. I love the effort and the time that I put into my artistry. The blank canvas, that I adorn in art. My hair, that it just signifies the energy that I'm feeling. My aesthetic depicts my spirit. And my spirit is creative. My spirit is an artist. My soul's calling is artistry, creative, genius artistry, in the same ways yours is. Where a lot of individuals have made negative commentary on my aesthetic, on my appearance, but it doesn't faze me because it's what makes me happy. It's what brings joy to my spirit, is no longer being oppressed by the opinions of others, but just being me. Where there are other individuals that expected a certain recognition, a certain amount of recognition and response to the way that they have been attempting to depict themselves. A lot of these individuals mimic other individuals in order to obtain the type of response and recognition they've been getting. For example, there is somebody that I used to know, like everybody called this individual a narcissist, or somebody with histrionic personality disorder, but me being me, I never wanted to like judge them. I always tried to help them be better. Like, I tried to give them constructive criticism on how to treat people, because they used to call people like peasants, and they used to call people like just derogatory terms when they didn't fit their agenda, when they didn't fit into the box they wanted to put them in. And I would attempt to correct this individual because I wanted them to see the best in everybody, like I know they didn't see in themselves. This is somebody who was consistently in the mirror, consistently working on their aesthetic and their physical being. And with this individual, when I was disconnected from this individual, because I knew somebody that was connected to them, and that's how we connected, because this individual was always around who I was connected to at the time. When I disconnected from that individual that knew that other individual, this other individual started to copy me and started to mimic me. And not only that, this individual started to attempt to portray themselves as though they were XXXTentacion, even copying their hair, copying their style. Like, it was very odd, where this individual could not find an identity and was attempting to latch onto an identity that they felt like would be profitable to them. And many of you had individuals like this because of the essence that you hold, that were depicting these qualities of others that they had accumulated over time in order to be seen in a certain way. Where you are naturally this intellectual, intuitive, high vibrational angel. And you have these individuals right now, resentful, angry, upset, and in despair, that everything that they attempted to tear down of yours has only built back better and built higher, built more fortified. Everything you are is being recognized. Who you are is being recognized. Your artistry, what you enjoy, what brings your spirit into a state of singing. And you've got other individuals on the bench, other individuals watching as things unfold for you, as you experience these changes you are ordained and fated to. Princess of Cups. All right, you do have a lot of individuals that are emotionally upset at the fact that they were unable to redirect the trajectory of your life. They can't keep you in suffering. They could never keep you in suffering. They could never oppress you. They could never keep you in depression, anxiety, poverty, worthlessness. Everything that they needed you to be so they would never be it, you overcame it, and now they're succumbing to it. This is just like I talked about over on YouTube. If you have acquired peace, you have acquired, I won't even say acquired, it's like you have come into a state of peace. You are unconditionally loving to others and yourself. Everything that you are, everything that you have stepped into is everything they've lost. So if you have finances rolling in, like you may not be the most financially stable, but you're provided for. These individuals have lost it. Again, everything that these individuals anticipated you succumbing to, you elevated from, you grew from, you ascended from, you evolved from. And now that you've acquired this, they do not have this. So this peace that you're feeling is the solidification of the timeline that you walked into and what is now attainable to you. and what is no longer attainable or accessible to these individuals. While they're going through chaos with all of the chaos magic they sent your way, you're experiencing peace. This is not the peace before the storm. This is the peace during the storm, but the storm isn't hitting your house. And now I did see the Two of Cups, but I shuffled it back in. Some of you, in the unconditional love that you're emanating, you are unintentionally, subconsciously calling in a counterpart. There is unconditional love on the table. Movement. Now, I wanted to come out in reverse with the Eight of Cups. Somebody is unmoved by the experience of other individuals. What I mean by this is it doesn't matter what these individuals are going through, light workers are walking away from them. Anyone that is not in vibration to what these individuals, or vibratory alignment to what these individuals are going through, is not being guided to stick around and find out what happens to them when these individuals attempt to latch on to them and siphon from their energy to save themselves. A lot of these individuals have lost relationships while you're gaining them, because you have the best relationship with yourself. You have the best relationship, happy and free. I love that you just joined the live because your name is confirmation. Welcome in, Galactic Golden Family member. Your name is confirmation at the right time. You're happy and free. And not only happy and free, you have the best relationship with yourself. You have the best relationship with your divine team. You have the best relationship with God. Therefore, it would inevitably manifest into the best relationships of your life, romantically, platonically, and business related, while these individuals are losing these connections. And again, with movement in the reverse, you are also unmoved. A lot of you may have been seeing these individuals in the dream state. Whether they're exes, karmic familial members, or old friends. These are individuals attempting to energetically lure you back in by reaching out to you via the astral, attempting to find a soft spot. And you don't have one. Not for these individuals anymore. You're over it. And some of these individuals are stuck in a state of psychosis in the same way they wanted you, consistently reliving events from the past to where you could not move on and have your future unfold before you. So some of you, I did talk about this over, the past, Six of Cups. I did talk about this, could be a maternal or paternal figure, head of household with tradition. It's also marriage and the Hierophant, God. But I did talk about this over on YouTube, where some of you may be having these individuals approach you in the dream state at the age that they were the happiest. So if this is like a maternal figure, a mother or a grandmother, you may see them coming to you in the dream state when they were younger, when they looked as though they were full of life. You may be in a house you haven't been in since in the dream state. You may be dreaming that you were in a house, you're actually astral traveling there, that you haven't been in since you were like 10. You could be seeing your siblings in the dream state when they were younger. And it's because this is where these individuals are attempting to retreat mentally and what state they're stuck in. Before you found out what they were doing to you, before their whole world came crashing down, before things got this bad, before they were this sick. So there is, like, I talked about this over on YouTube, a maternal figure that may be so deeply in psychosis they truly believe that it's a certain year. That it's like 2007, 2006, 2008. Back when you were a part of their life and you were young and nothing seemed to be a problem. They were working a job they liked, they were married, they had happy children, even though you may have been treated like shit at that time. This individual is romanticizing before their life fell apart, when they felt like they were their most vibrant. And this is because they needed you stuck in these moments to where you were caught up and oppressed and mentally imprisoned and bound to that timeline into them. And now that is their karma, where in a sense they feel as though they're escaping judgment. They're escaping an outcome by mentally retreating into the past. Them reliving that before a certain outcome plays out within their reality is just the precursor to the final judgment given. So again, somebody may be experiencing, they could be very sick, and they could be, again, mentally retreating into the past, not wanting to focus on the reality of the situation they're experiencing, where this person may very well pass away mentally entrapped in the past, but then be faced with the reoccurring infinite loop within purgatory of the wrongdoings they had committed on earth. For their soul to progress and deeply understand, for it to be deeply ingrained within their spirit before they reincarnate. So that when these certain cycles pop back up, they are able to address them accordingly because of how their soul is triggered to. But that is a part of their judgment. To face their wrongdoings, even in death. While you get this new beginning and this fortune. They paid a fortune for your new beginning, and again, all of this work backfired, causing a lot of issues exactly, that's their trap. A lot of issues for these individuals that wanted to win by any means necessary. While you're free, you close the door to your past and your past self. That version of you no longer exists, and it never will again. So the peace that you're feeling is, it's like I talked about over on YouTube. The Most High is saying, stay in that gratitude and enjoy the peace that you have now before everything changes. And not in a negative way. It's like I talked about over on YouTube, it's going to be immensely overwhelming, all the things that are unfolding for you. All the things that you're going to now have access to in the physical that you're not used to, you've never had before. Like this fortune that comes with this new beginning, you've never had this fortune before. You've never had this amount of abundance. You've never had this type of relationship. You've never had this type of attention before. You've never had this type of life. You've never lived this type of life, at least not in this incarnation or reincarnation. So it's like the Most High is saying, before you are overwhelmed with the blessings I am bringing, enjoy the peace that you have. It's almost like you know that your reality is about to change. And one of the ways you'll be able to know this, and there's a difference between the towers, or the energy, the precursor to divine intervention that will bring immediate upheaval, and the peace to the unfolding. So I know a lot of us have experienced an eerie feeling of detachment, where it's like we know, okay, everything's about to change, something's about to go down, and it's because we're around the wrong individuals, we're in the wrong environment, we're at the wrong job. So you have that feeling, and all of a sudden you get fired, and you're like, oh fuck it, I knew it. You go through a lot of conflict and upheaval that removes you from a karmic familial dynamic, and you're like, well damn, that sucks. I just had to leave a bunch of my shit behind, or everything behind. Or you have a friend get exposed, or in the worst way, talking about you negatively, or there's a blowout where you're like, well, damn. Well, I felt that coming, but I didn't expect it to be like this. That is divine intervention. You are energetically receiving information of the immediate upheaval you're about to go through. And you can sense it, it's eerie, and you're like, I am misaligning somewhere. Now I know the divine's about to upheave me. I know that something's about to go down, and it does. And you're like, well, I just got to roll with this. This is what I asked for. And then there is the peace unfolding, where there's a sense of peace. You're looking around at your environment, or where you're at, and you're just like, this is so beautiful. Like, I'm going to miss this house. I'm going to miss this car. I'm going to miss this area. I'm going to miss this city. Like, I won't even say miss. It's almost like you're appreciating where you're at. You're appreciating everything you have. You're like, this is beautiful. Like, I'm going to be looking back on this time and realizing how much I was given, more than I already am recognizing. It's like you're just appreciating where you're at right now, just knowing at a soul level things are about to change. Where you're not about to be in the same environment. You're not about to have the same car. You're not about to be at the same I won't even say be at the same job, but it's like your work life is about to change. Things like that. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Where you're just in a state of peace, but you're already feeling that nostalgia of like, I'm going to look back on this and be like, holy shit, that was really something. That was beautiful. I remember sitting outside on the balcony being like, one day this is going to change, and here we are, it did. It's like you're already intertwined with your future self that is looking back on that moment that you are sitting in going, one day I'm going to look back on this and be like, wow. And your future self is doing that in that moment, like a sense of deja vu, where your future self is going, oh my God, do you remember that time? That's how you know it's about to change. They're about to be changed. That's how you know it's about to change. The star, you've healed. That's how you know you've healed from past situations. They're no longer a part of your present, and your future is unfolding. And for some of you, this is with the star. Some of you, the Most High is saying, take advantage of your peace now. Because some of you are going to be really well known. Like with the star, this is like fame. Some of you are and fame and fortune out here. Wait a second. Some of you, the Most High is saying, it's almost like a vacation, a state of rejuvenation, and a restful retreat before there's this massive change. Yeah, before we're bombarded. Yes. So some of you, there's really about to be a shift in how you're experiencing your reality. Because of the star that you are and what you always knew would take place. Like you knew that this was going to happen. You just didn't know how. Some of you have had eyes on you from individuals that want to invest and sponsor you that you didn't know but intuitively felt were watching you. 9 of Swords. There are individuals that are up at night, Princess of Swords, because they tried to sacrifice. That's why. That's a backfire if I've ever seen it. They tried to sacrifice you for this. And I have a cat hair right on my face. So, sorry. Somebody was attempting to be nosy. Anytime I have a cat hair right on my face, that indicates that somebody's being nosy and trying to be an adjutant or a provoker. And it's just not getting through. But again, take what resonates. Exactly. Uno reverse. Somebody wanted to take this from you. And it only assisted in propelling you into it. Somebody's in a lot of remorse and regret and not sleeping at night because of what they're seeing. And it's you sitting on the throne, standing 10 toes down, standing on business, and holding the truth. While also gaining wisdom. Moon. You know their secrets. You know the truth. You know what they did. And you know that this reversed on them. Some of you, this is an individual with a platform that was attempting to attack or antagonize you. And now they're losing their platform. Or they're losing this position. Whatever it is. This person could be a model. They could be a game streamer. They could be a influencer, brand ambassador. Whoever this is, they really thought they were the bee's knees, but still had massive insecurities. How do those two go together? How you think you're the bee's knees, but then still have massive insecurities to the point that you're willing to try and destroy somebody else and take their energy in essence because you know that they're the star rising and they make you feel inadequate with what you're doing. Exactly. Ego on overload. You're receiving justice for the situation. So Spirit is explaining why some of you are about to come into a massive amount of recognition. It's because of what somebody did to you. Or possibly multiple individuals. Some of you had groups working to harness your energy and sabotage your opportunities so that they would be able to acquire them. And this is why it's going to be so massive. And again, I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like you give a fuck. Like, I gotta say it like that because it's just like, I don't even want to be famous. I like being a hermit. I like my peace. I like chilling. I like being, unbothered. I feel like you may feel like this fame or this opportunity is going to change you. But you're going to change the entire game with your authenticity with this opportunity. But I really don't feel like you give a fuck. And the energy I'm feeling is you don't care about anything right now that is not happening right now. You just like where you're at. You feel peace. You're enjoying being alive. You're enjoying the serenity of the present. But some of you, God is saying, really, really sink in and enjoy this piece. Really, really enjoy it. Savor it. Savor this piece. Savor this moment. Because it's all about to change. It's good. It's good. I feel like it's bad for these individuals that attempted to impede upon your free will and sabotage your destiny while attempting to obtain your essence. But it's good for you. It's going from suffering to the in-between. It's like you're going from suffering to I won't say settling, but being okay with where you're at. Not having a need for really anything. Not having a desire or a desperate need for really anything. I feel like you like where you're at. You like how life is right now. Exactly, content with life. You don't hold any massive expectations. It's like you have heard time and time and time and time and time again. And believe me, because I've also been picking up on these messages, but I don't let them determine, my experience. But I know a lot of us have heard messages time and time and time and time and time and time again about things being orchestrated in a way where like millions of dollars just fall in your lap. And I know there was a time where so many of us were getting excited about that. And the funny thing is you create resistance when your focus is on it so heavily that you're desperate. It's like when you flip a magnet on the opposing side and you start to reject it because you're focused on it. You're like, I need it. When is it going to happen? When is it going to fall into my lap? When am I going to have this? I can't move forward until I have this. I can't focus on my dreams until I have this. I can't have a sanctuary. I can't have peace and happiness till I have this. And then all of a sudden you're telling the universe and the Most High you're not ready because you're still seeking externally to obtain what you have internally. And it was never about the monetary means. It was never about you receiving something and then your future would unfold. It was your recollection of the power that you hold, and that no matter the outcome, your destiny would inevitably unfold. You would be walking the path right into what you were supposed to obtain, what was meant to be a part of your experience. So you let go, you detached from all of it. I feel like this timeline we're in is just presence. Seeing the present as what it is, a gift. No longer viewing the past like, well, until I get this inheritance, until I get these estates and heirlooms and assets, I won't be able to complete my destiny. I won't be able to obtain this house. I won't be able to move forward. I won't be able to invest in my soul's calling. Like, no longer relying on the past to lead you into the future, and no longer expecting something to just come out of nowhere and save you. But realizing you and your divine team in the Most High are your rescue team. And that it's about what you can co-create, where your attention is, and the work you are willing to put in to obtain it. Exactly. Letting go of the past. Like, the past it's a past life at this point. And it's like you sitting in the energy of, I'm not going to force anything. What's meant to unfold will. What I need to work on will. It's like you're flowing in the energy of effortlessness. No longer overextending your energy and burning out trying to make something happen, but just letting it happen. Exactly. It's the calm before the breakthrough. No longer believing that somebody that's meant to be a part of your future was going to come in with an opportunity that was going to change your life. No longer believing that your past was going to lead you into your future, was going to give you something that made your future unfold. But being in the present and going, I don't need to fight this hard for my future. I don't need to work this hard for what is mine. Exactly. I am the opportunity. I do not chase. I attract. Exactly. It shouldn't be hard. It should be effortless. It's letting go of anything that was stressing you out. Anything that you felt like any manifestation that you felt like you were overexerting your energy into acquire. You just let it go and you said, fuck it, I'm present. I'm just enjoying being here. No longer, I no longer feel like I need this outcome. I no longer feel like I need this change. You went from slightly taking for granted where you were at and the work that you had done to get there to being present in it all and going, this is beautiful. Living life is beautiful. Being here is beautiful. The things I am able to do in this space, in this existence, at this time is beautiful. And that's when the change unfolds. Yeah, living your best life. Right there at the bottom of the deck with 2 of Cups. So it's like, you're no longer placing yourself in the past. You're no longer placing yourself in the future. You're right here. You're right here. And you being in this moment, your higher self, which is your future self, sees things unfolding beautifully to where you're in perfect alignment with what is meant to happen. And you're no longer trying to force it, which means there is no resistance. The path of least resistance, there is no resistance. And when there is no resistance, things just flow. I just heard, and ready, set, go. So when you no longer felt as though you desire to relate, like you just don't even care. You really don't. You're like, I'm happy. I am at peace. I have a great relationship with God. I have a great relationship with my angels. I have a great relationship with Mama Gaia. I have a great relationship with my higher self. I have a great relationship in general. Just relationships with everything. Babies, animals. Like, I mean, everything that interacts with you enjoys your energy. Enjoys the type of interactions that it or they have with you. I can't tell you how many bugs. Listen, I'll be sitting outside and there'll be like a beetle that lands on me and I'm like, excuse me, can you get the fuck off? And it will turn my way and its little antennas start moving and I'm like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but can you please get off of me? And it will fly onto the table and then turn and stare at me. It's like everything wants to be around you. Everything appreciates your energy and the interactions it has with you. There have been so many times where I will literally sit there and talk to the bugs because I'm like, I know you understand me. Get off me, please. Get over there. Get away from me. I appreciate you. I honor you, but please. Please. And they will listen. Like, exactly, a connection to nature. Like, I love Mama Gaia's and the Most High's creatures, but I don't love them on me. I don't like the feeling of having their little legs prick on my arm hair. It freaks me out a little bit. It's weird. I don't like the feeling, but I appreciate them. I appreciate what they do for this planet. And that's why I'm like, can you get the fuck off me? And they listen. I'll sit out there and I will coo back at the doves that are outside and they'll coo back at me. I'll sit there and have a little conversation with the birds to where they'll chirp back at me. Like they understand. Like they're communicating this type of energetic telepathic understanding. Where they have become my friends. Where trees pick up on your energy, your vibration, and what you're emanating. All is responding to you. And like I said, you have a great relationship with everything. You may even go outside. I can't tell you how many babies, their eyes have gotten wide and they've just started giggling when they see me. Oh my God, it is the cutest thing. I think every baby that I have seen has wide-eyed smiled at me and started giggling. Just the cute little baby maniacal laughter. If you've ever heard just a baby wheeze, it is the cutest thing. Like, babies have this response to you. Animals have this response and reaction to you. People, when they see you, are just drawn to you, want to interact with you. You have a great relationship with everything. You have a great relationship with life. And now you're being given a relationship that adds to your life. Because you're already living your best life. Exactly. Nature is balanced, but as are you. And again, everything is reacting to you. So, I'm seeing some of you have had quite the wonderful interactions with the babies that just be smiling and giggling at you. Is it not the cutest thing? They could be having the worst day ever, just bawling their eyes out. And then as soon as they see you, they're just like giggly and smiley and just can't stop staring at you. That's how you know they see your wings. They see your and feel your angelic energy. And they just admire it. I swear to God, babies see angel wings. I swear they do. I would put money on it that they do. With as many children that are able to interact with those that have passed over, how pure they are, how thin the veil is for them, I'd put money on it they see angel wings. I'd put money on it they look at you and they see the angel that you are and they go, oh my God, that's an angel. Oh my God, that's a fairy. I had one little girl look at me and be like, Mom, is that a fairy? And I was like, thank you. That's what's up. Fae energy. Some of you may radiate very Fae-like elemental energy. And again, the elementals move with you. You may get a lot of commentary from individuals that are like, you are glowing, you are so handsome, you are so beautiful, you are so bright, you are so positive. People just love talking to you. Like, you walk into a grocery store and they remember you. They go, oh my God, I haven't seen you since 2-3 weeks ago. Like they've been waiting for you to enter. People remember you. They remember your energy. They remember the way that you made them feel. And it's like, we're getting into this. You're in such a magnetic, attracting energy that inevitably you would draw in who was meant to be a part of your experience and what was meant to unfold for you. What you could hold on to. The way that life is reacting to you, it was inevitable you'd be gifted this. I heard spoiled in what you adorn others in. You've always given out unconditional love, even when you were hurting. You've given the last dollar in your pocket or the last $5 in your pocket to somebody you knew needed it, even though that may have been your dinner for the day. That may have been what afforded you dinner for the day. You've given the shirt off your back to individuals that took it for granted. You've given shoes to individuals who didn't have any. We got 4 of cups. Even though that may have been your second to last pair. Like the things you have done for others, forever. Something's forever for you, like good things. Infinitely forever blessed. Infinitely and forever blessed and favored. But the things that you have done for others, I don't think it's a rarity that you have had it done for you. When others were crying, you were always there, but nobody was there when you were breaking down. You extended a hand to others when they lost everything, yet they didn't do the same for you. Some of you had helped individuals through certain vices and addictions. And when you were down bad, when you were struggling, nobody was there. They talked down on you. They talked negatively to you. Or about you. Saying that you would never be shit, you would never have shit, you would never do shit. You were there when individuals had no one, yet no one was there when you were the one perceived at rock bottom. And now you're being given all that love in return. You're being given back everything that you lost along the way. In all the ways that you were negatively talked about and perceived as all the ways that you're going to be positively recognized and received. And with 4 of Cups out here, missed an opportunity to hold on. A lot of individuals feel like they fucked up and missed an opportunity and should have held on to you because of what you're walking into and what you've manifested. And Spirit says that's the motherfucking truth. They got wisdom on the offers you're receiving and the movements you're making. Somebody could be getting a lot of divination done on you, and it's never changing. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I can tell you they're consistently getting the same message. That you are blessed. And you're about to be even more blessed. That you are favored and protected. And you're getting everything you deserve. Everything you had given others. But everything that you had never received. Oppressed. We got oppressed. It wanted to land on the 4 of Cups. Give me one on oppression. They're stuck with what they've done. Queen of Pentacles. while you move on. They're stuck with what they've done while you move on. Also, there's a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo that may have been paid or may have been paying in order to oppress you and keep you from moving towards, or keep a lover from moving towards you. A past life lover, to keep them from giving to you, which only created more conflict, not only in this Queen of Pentacles life, but in whoever was going to this Queen of Pentacles to invest in this work, or whoever is around this Queen of Pentacles. Somebody didn't want to lose an opportunity or an individual to you. So for some of you, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You got a past life connection to where this individual is coming to connect with you. But again, you don't give a fuck. I know you don't give a fuck. I know we collectively don't give a fuck. Because when it happens, it happens. But this is the divine saying that all those attacks on your love life, all those hexes on your love life have backfired. And not only backfired, but made you even more alluring to this person that you're supposed to be with. So don't be surprised when you're blessed with love. You could be seeing a lot of sixes, because we got 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. You could be seeing a lot of 222s as well. 606, 666, or 66. Somebody's on the highway to hell for sure, though. And it could be this Queen of Pentacles, and again, who they worked with against this union. You got a King of Pentacles out here. This person was monitoring this individual to see if they would be deceived into thinking that they were meant to be. So we do have a Queen of Pentacles out here that wanted to align with the King of Pentacles, but this individual is not a true wealthy woman, not a true wealthy man. They are a Queen or King of Pentacles in a mask. They're masking themselves in the individual they're attempting to hold on to's monetary means in order to be perceived as abundant. But they are not an alchemist. They are not a master manifester. Ooh, for some of you, it is 606. It's 406 for me. But some of you, it is 606, so that's confirmation. But this individual didn't get it out the mud. They didn't earn their keep. This is somebody who was being continuously provided for in order to flex a certain lifestyle. So this is not a true king or a true Queen of Pentacles. It's who they're with made them this way. I also just heard looks fade, but personality doesn't. Somebody here, it's weird. It's like somebody wanted to be seen as like an intimate icon. I think that's why they brought up looks fade, but personality doesn't. Somebody here is, I'm sorry to say it, like really mediocre. And that's what I'm feeling. This person is not really intelligent. I'm getting like mean guy, mean girl. Because they just showed me like Regina George. This is somebody who's like a dick in high school. They were not nice when they 606 in the live right now. They were not nice in high school. They were not nice to people. This person doesn't have an unconditionally loving life. They don't have an unconditionally loving life. But they don't have an unconditionally loving heart. This is somebody that's like rude. They may have very well peaked in high school. This is somebody that's always been rude. Always felt like they were better than others. So, hold up. Because there's a masculine energy that felt really ugly in high school. I feel like this may be somebody from your past or somebody connected to them. There's somebody that lashed out and attempted to display a certain persona in order to be recognized because of all the trauma they faced in high school. They were seen as like ugly, unattractive. So they really worked on portraying themselves in a certain way that would be alluring, but would also gain them recognition so they could stunt on everybody that like belittled them. And then you have another energy. It's feeling like a karmic feminine that moves the way they do now, but amplified in the same way they did in high school, to where they were very egotistical, I feel like this person may have been like well endowed or very good looking, like really nice body. They were always given accolades for their appearance, and they may have been a part of the popular clout, the popular crowd, to to where they may have gotten a lot of clout from this. They may have gotten a lot of attention from this. And this individual capitalized off of that. So this individual was obtaining monetary means because of their appearance. And they connected to somebody else because of their appearance and the way that they were portraying their life. While another individual that never reached heights of success is envious of you because in the same way that you were outcasted and belittled, like I feel like there's you and another individual that were targeted and bullied, but you became two different people. This energy became like a monster and you became this angel, like a rights activist. Like you fought for what was right. You fought for the understanding and the wisdom of others, while another individual just wanted recognition so they could be like, fuck everybody, I'm famous. Like, so we got, and I feel like divine feminine, I feel like you have a masculine that felt that way about themselves from your past, or there's somebody attached to your masculine. This could even be a karmic feminine attached to your masculine that experienced that and then felt like getting your masculine made them attractive, made them appear to be you. Whatever is going on here, these individuals are being revealed as what they truly are and how they had maneuvered through life, while you're being depicted in this very royal angelic energy. But for some of you, that was confirmation. Like somebody told you a sob story about their life, but it didn't excuse the fact that they were an asshole. But they wanted to use that as an excuse on why they were an asshole. It's like they wanted to use their underdog story to be a douchebag. Like, and somebody else here was just a entitled, pretty privileged having douchebag. Everybody here is being exposed for the douchebag that they are. I almost said expelled. So somebody is being rejected. Somebody is being kicked out. But for some of you, this is confirmation where you have this underdog story to where you rose to the top. I won't even say rose. You climbed to the top. Like you were Stanley Yale-Nance in holes. Climbing all the way up that motherfucking mountain. That shit was hard. It was ugly. It was brutal. Where somebody else's underdog story they used as an excuse to just be awful and rude. And whoever's hating on you is mad that you're able to share your underdog story and that you've succeeded to these heights that they pictured themselves at. While somebody else is insecure at the fact that you're making it to, like, you're rising into the stardom. Because they don't have an underdog story. They were always just a mean person. So you got haters that did not make it out the ghetto, and you got an individual that manipulated themselves into a prosperous position through their physical appearance and what they were portraying online. That is insecure because I don't feel like this individual has any type of talents. If they do, it's not good. It's not good. I feel like there's an individual here that prides themselves off their appearance. I told you, Queen of Wands, very attractive individual. But they're not good at stuff. They're good at looking good. That's about it. They're good at looking good. While you look good, you're intellectual, you're intuitive, and you're determined and perseverant. As well as divinely favored. Like, you are the trifecta. You are a unicorn. You're a rarity here. While somebody else that was directing a lot of energy and paying for a lot of things to be done to you is insecure because you're better at them. You're better at being a star than this individual is at mimicking being a star. This is somebody who was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's somebody that's just always been mean and pompous and entitled and good looking. But never really had to work on anything. I don't feel like this individual really had to have a talent when the world was shrouded in darkness. This is somebody that's just like, well, I'm hot, so That was it. Exactly. Extremely conceited. I really am not feeling like this individual they pale in comparison to you. And this is why this individual has been targeting you, because somebody around them is starting to realize that too. Yeah, this person is sick. They got a lot of emotional issues. There is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius here that is sick. This could be a maternal figure and a sister, but I'm also feeling like somebody here is like mentally sick. They've never experienced the type of energetic repercussions on their emotions that they are facing now. They've never experienced that before. So it definitely is giving like, yeah, somebody in the industry that just doesn't know how to handle, it is giving Jezebel. Yeah. That doesn't know how to handle like what they dish out, because they've always gotten away with this. Seems like whoever they're around normally attracts Jezebelian energies because of the type of light that they hold. Looks like there's that Jezebel being left out in the cold. So there's our answer right now. There is a crusty karmic duck, a crusty karmic derelict duck, a moon magic throwing musky muskrat that has forfeited any type of recognition they were receiving to you. And it looks like a relationship too. They're losing this relationship while you're gaining a relationship. Doesn't have to be this one. But somebody here I just heard, what movie is this from? They just channeled it to me again. Where she goes, I'm a star. I'm a fucking star. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? They channeled it to me again, and it's this feminine energy, like erratically screaming. Going, I'm a star, I'm a fucking star. And I don't think I've ever seen this movie before. But I know somebody, I have no idea, I'm going to have to look, let me look it up. Let me look it up. And everyone will know my name. I'm a star. I'm a fucking star, and everyone will know my name. The character's name is Pearl. Huh. Sorry. All right. Pearl. So this is somebody that... Let me look up what pearls signify spiritually. Because why do I feel like that is some type of confirmation as well? Hold up, y'all. A pearl's spiritual meaning is purity, wisdom, and transformation. Purity and innocence, wisdom and inner growth, emotional balance and calm, feminine energy, spiritual transformation, and they're used in rituals and healing. The first thing, emotional balance and calm, feminine energy. So this is a karmic feminine that wanted to be seen as a divine feminine. Your birthday could be in June. Your birth path or your birthstone could be a pearl. Or this individual could be born in June, or their birthstone could be a pearl. Ace of Wands and wish fulfillment. They wanted to be seen as a divine feminine to what it looks like a divine masculine. So if you're divine masculine in here, looks like you have a karmic feminine that was really fighting for your attention. Really fighting for you to come back, really fighting for you to connect with them, for you to see them. If you're divine feminine in here, it looks like there was a karmic crusty duck. Crusty, musty, derelict duck that was fighting you or directing a lot of energy towards you so that a masculine would not see you but would see them as a divine feminine, would see them as the star. So the whole world would know their name. They wanted recognition. Whoever they're with has to have recognition. Oh, is that confirmation? Is that Tower Kitty? Tower. It is Tower Kitty. Tower Kitty is also Atum, like Adam, masculine energy. So we do have a tower coming down, as well as masculine energy coming through. Victory. And the star. and ending because of judgment. Okay, there it is. There's a message. Confirmation right here with the tower. Tower, judgment, ending to this individual that wanted to be seen as the star. And you're getting this victory. This is giving somebody wanted to end everything for you. This individual that wanted to end everything for you that's being ended was determined to have this victory to be seen as this star. And they are now under judgment. That is literally confirmation right there. Well, there you go. Some of you are walking into a lot of recognition because somebody with a lot of recognition was targeting you. Or individuals were attempting to target you in order to acquire and obtain recognition. The things people will do for fame is ridiculous. Well, you are naturally just this star. Somebody is crashing out because this is backfiring. This is supposed to have you crashing out. I'm so tired of reading on these derelict ducks and musky moon magic throwing muskrats. Again, I'm getting the energy of like, we don't care. We just sitting in peace while others are experiencing. We just sitting in peace while others are experiencing chaos. Unbothered. Some of you need to know exactly why things are unfolding for you in this way. This is basically the divine verifying what it is you already knew and why you were feeling this peace. These individuals have been ripped out of your energy, out of your timeline, like what they're directing is instantaneously backfiring. And I'm not saying don't keep up with your spiritual hygiene. I'm not saying don't do your clearing and cleansing rituals. I'm not saying don't do your return of intent and entities. Keep doing that. It's working. What I am saying is you are so high vibrational that this energy cannot adhere to your experience, to your being. So not only are they going through backfires, they're going through judgment too. And again, it can't adhere to you. You're far too balanced. And you got a lot of angels and ancestors fighting on your behalf. So this is the divine saying, keep up with your spiritual practices because they are having an effect. But also, the fact that the reason that you are feeling, they said that's a fact. The reason that you are feeling peace is because you're so high vibrational that the things that they've been attempting to attack you with are not having an effect. Again, you may feel a slight residual, but it's not that they're lying in wait to attack you. They have been doing it. You just have not been feeling it. There have been groups relentlessly, incessantly working against you. They've been putting in work. And you over here like, well, what is they waiting for? Why do I feel it's all peace and fucking quiet? This is bombastically suspicious. Criminally side-eyeing suspicious. It's too fucking quiet. It's like you in a scary movie. What are you waiting for? No, they've been attacking. They've been sending stuff. Exactly, edges getting snatched and everything. They've been sending stuff. It's just not hitting. You think they were ever gonna stop? You think they ever did stop? No, they did not. They were like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker if it's the last thing that I do. And again, you've been doing your return of intent and entities. You've been clearing your space, cleansing your space. It's just been routine for you. To the point where things that have been directed towards you, you've already alchemized, you've already integrated. So they're like, doot, 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 doot. So you're over here like, what? God, what are they going to send? What should I be prepared for? And the Most High is going, they're sending it. What you were doing was the preparation to what they were sending. And the fact that you're not feeling it indicates that you are in an entirely new timeline and vibration to where it cannot adhere and align. They've been sending it. Communication about protection. They're receiving a message of concern. Fast communication. This feels like a backfire that they immediately knew, ooh, they're protected. Especially with all the staves, it's like action, fire, passion. It's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. So the fact they're receiving communication, I feel like they may be receiving communication from a practitioner. You are protected, and that's why they're experiencing diabolical, nefarious landmines going on. I'm sorry, it's not funny. But they're going through these experiences because of what instantaneously backfired. Because of how protected you are. Eight of Swords, mental entrapment about this Ace of Cups. This is God's favor and love over your life. So you got individuals that they required you to be institutionalized in order to impede upon the pathway to your destiny, the unfolding of your destiny. And these individuals had this backfire to where they're mentally unable to handle the fact that not only are you this protected, but things are being laid out in this way. They're being laid out, but things are being laid out in this way for life to be a lot more effortless for you and a lot more peaceful. I heard peace has been promised. A lot more peaceful for you. Yes, I am 5'5". I am tiny. I'm pretty tiny. I know that some of you are like 4'2". But I am 5'5". That's a damn good guess. Could you tell? Do I look tiny on camera? I feel tiny. You too? Hey, I may be 5'5", but I'm 5'5" of pure spiritual armory and high vibrational ascended energy. All right. Oh, you're 5'2". Okay, you tiny. You thought I was tall? Nah, I'm 5'5". Except when I put on my goth boots, then I'm like 5'9". I love those boots. They make me feel powerful. My boots are like this big. It's incredible. Anyways, sorry, let me not get distracted. The fact you put 5'5" in the chat, that's a 10 completion, could also be 5 for change. You 6'3"? Oh my God. You could do the door frame lean. Y'all know? All the ladies be having their like boyfriends do the door frame lean and shit. It's wonderful. I love seeing a happy, fulfilled relationship. Fantasy fulfilled. Healthy. Romantic dynamic. It's beautiful. Oh my God, you're 6'6", you're 5'2"? We got all sorts of heights in here. I love that. We may all be built different, but we are all connected. You're 5'4"? You're 5'7"? Oh, 5'11"? That's what's up, model. Get your ass on the runway. 5'6". Look, we are all different heights. We are all different. Unity. We're all different heights, all different ethnicities. You got masculine energies in here. You got feminine energies in here. We're from all over the world. It's beautiful. Now, this is what I call unity. I love this. This is beautiful. Same source. Exactly. All connected. All united. We all may be different and very unique with the vessel we were given. But we are all connected, and we're all making such impactful change. Working together. Working and moving as one. And that's exactly why these timelines have been pulled in, and why this is no longer having an effect on us. We're moving as like a colony. They showed me a colony of fish. Is that what you call them? A school of fish. Thank you, Spirit. They immediately said school, like divine school. We are in divine school. We are moving as a school of fish. Wow. Let me look at a colony. I want to know all meanings of a colony because I do feel like that also pertains. No, I want to know the spiritual meaning. I know the meaning. I want the spiritual meaning. The spiritual meaning is unity, cooperation, and collective strength. I know the meaning of it. I wanted to look up the spiritual meaning. Please don't take me as a dodo bird. I wanted to know the spiritual meaning. The spiritual meaning of a colony is unity, cooperation, and collective strength. And this is how we're moving. Collective strength. Unity. I love that was confirmation. Collectively, collective strength, we are moving in unity to bring unity. And this is why these individuals that were banking on division, on chaos, on darkness, are falling apart and succumbing to their own intentions. Well, you're free. We got 10 of Pentacles and Prince of Staves. Mentally entrapped about how their energetic advances did not entice you. You got a lot of individuals that now realize that their attempts to bind somebody else or bind you were futile. And now they're locked out of heaven. They're locked out of your abundance. They're locked out of your golden overflow. Oh, that kind of sounded bad. While somebody is getting pissed on, you're being showered in divine love. When somebody feels like the universe is definitely taking a piss on them, I'll tell them that much. Confusion here. And a third party in the reverse, 10 of Swords. So you're receiving a golden overflow. Well, somebody is receiving a universal golden shower. Not in the way they want it. Okay? They definitely feel as though they have been shit on and pissed on by the universe, but it's in the same way that they attempted to shit on and piss on you. And you know what? I learned what that term was recently. I didn't know what that was until I looked it up because I wanted to know what the fuck Diddy was talking about in the trial. There were some things that popped up about what was being conveyed about Cassie and Diddy, and I didn't know what it was, so I Googled it, and it was a horrible idea. 10 out of 10 do not recommend shit from that trial. Don't Google it. If you don't know it, just don't Google it. You don't want to know. You don't want to know what it is. But me being the Gemini I am, I was curious to what a fucking golden shower was. I did not know. Needed to look it up. Wish I could bleach my eyeballs. So if there are parts of the Diddy trial popping up that you don't understand, don't Google it. Don't Google it. It'll be the worst idea of your fucking life. Exactly. Mind your P's and Q's. Don't do it. Don't do it. It was an absolutely atrocious idea. But anyways, back to the message. Anyways, you got a third party that is no longer being viewed as a third party, no longer being viewed as an option because of the betrayal that was exposed for how they attempted to win by any means necessary this romantic dynamic and have a new beginning. This individual now knows that you are receiving an offer and an apology, but they are not. So it looks like you got somebody bent out of shape because they're forfeiting everything they wanted to attack you to obtain or maintain. So while this piece is unfolding, and this piece comes with unconditional love, somebody has fallen into the chaos they had directed your way. Exactly, they were too stubborn, they didn't listen. This could actually be somebody that's well known, since we were talking about them, them little giggity parties that are nasty and weird. This could be somebody within that industry that knows what's going on. And this is somebody that didn't want you to rise into some type of recognition because of the type of judgment that would be brought down with you around. Even worse than it already is. But that's an entirely different channel. 3 of Swords. Yeah, somebody is heartbroken at the fact that you get to live the life they were trying to hold on to or obtain. You're free, and your freedom comes with finances. Your freedom comes with overflow. Your freedom comes with fate. I'm going to pull a few of these real quick. And then your girl, transformation, change to your routine. Who was that? Which one of you? Abundance kitty. She doesn't ever talk. Thank you. Abundance kitty. What was I about to say about this, Spirit? A change to your routine and the way that you're living could very well be pertaining to your finances, to the windfall of fortune that's about to enter your life. With this transformation, it is rebirth. I said rebirth. I meant to say, with it being Pluto Scorpionic energy, death, but they said rebirth, overridden, which means you're getting the adverse of what individuals intended for you. So with Scorpionic energy, it is the tower, transformation, as well as death. Where the tower that you are, the divine intervention, aka the tower that you are experiencing, is a rebirth, a restoration, and a revival that is going to completely change the way that you've been living, your routine, as well as your health.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me about $2,700 in semi-passive income.
Semi-passive income?
And I don't pay any rent.
Some of you are about to own a property. But what stood out to me is semi-passive income. Your income is about to... I'm done. You're about to own a property, or your passive income. Your income is about to increase. We got second house owning. You see the money on there? So if you just heard that... Spirit is funny. Spirit be playing with me. Talking about passive income and renting to own, or own and no longer renting but owning, and then owning comes out. Yeah, some of you are about to own a property. Some of you are about to have ownership over a trust or inheritance, some type of monetary means, a financial overflow. But you already expect this. Again, I know I'm talking to those of us that are like, I know. Thank you for the confirmation. But it's like, I'm not going to get overly hyped about this. I don't really feel any excitement. I'm just at peace with where I'm at. This is just the divine telling you what changes, what transformation you're about to have. Where you're like, yep, it was inevitable. Just like Thanos, it was inevitable. Sorry. I had to throw that in there. My spirit team's being a little goofy today. Fire element, desire. What you desire, you're about to own. What you once desired, you're about to own. Without having to make any type of deals with demonic entities. Like these individuals did, expecting to get your destiny, only for it to backfire upon them and strip them of everything in their entire life. Some of them, including their life. But that's besides the point. You get what you desire. Some of you, you know what's funny? The Spiritual Cowboy uploaded a video that I laughed at. But I was also like, this is serious. I feel this in my spirit. If you guys know who the Spiritual Cowboy is, they uploaded a video to where they were like talking to the universe, and the universe is like, the doors are open. I'm going to give you what you wanted like 5 years ago. And the Spiritual Cowboy was like, 5 years ago? Actually, it was 6 years ago. What do you mean the doors are open? You going to give me what I wanted 6 years ago? And then it flashes back to the universe, and the universe is like, yep, I'm stripping some things out your life. I'm changing shit up in your reality. You about to get it all at once. So if you saw that video, you may want to go watch it. It is hilarious, but that's the energy I'm getting right here. It's things that you wanted, could be 3 to 7 years ago. Things you desired, your pre-awakening, as well as throughout your awakening that you just let go of, you're receiving. The universe, the Most High, your spirit team is saying, enjoy your peace now, because all doors are open. All you desire is coming through. And it's funny, because I wheezed when I saw that video, but I felt it in my spirit. I was like, why does this resonate? Why does this feel like something that you're doing? And now it is. And now I feel like it is. Excuse me, they corrected me and said, no. Now you know it is. That... Oh my God, this is hilarious. What did I just say? Spirit team saying no. Now you know it is. You genius. Use your brain. Now you know. Uranus, you're a genius, can also symbolize divine intervention. Well, if that is not confirmation, They say, yeah, use your brain. And now you know. This is exactly what's happening. Divine intervention. That's hilarious. I'm done. I just got goosebumps. I'm done. Okay, now I'm a little freaked out. Do y'all see what card that is? Truth. Truth. Spirit is like in facts on facts on facts. Yeah, I said what I said. I can't even make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. I'm getting goosebumps. My whole body is chilled right now. Like, oh. I'm shooketh. I'm a little shooketh. They say, yeah, it's happening. Right now. All at once. Wow. Escape. This is giving like sweet escape. A sweet escape. Let me see what a shell indicates spiritually. I believe it's protection. Seashell spiral. Spiral seashell. I'm done. The spiral seashell signifies growth, transformation, and interconnectedness of life. And what we were just talking about, how you're connected to everything. And everything is connected to you. It's also finding your center. Perseverance and resilience, connectedness with nature, and rebirth and renewal. Whale. Rebirth, renewal, transformation, growth, and the interconnectedness of life. This is a sweet escape. One where you can focus more deeply on your interconnectedness with your environment, seeing it as a sanctuary. This is also where you're at right now. In this energy of you have escaped. You're sitting in peace. You have been moved from a timeline to where you may have been slightly in alignment to the energetic work that was being directed towards you. You have escaped. And this is a sweet escape. A sweet escape that comes with this transformation, this rebirth, this revival, this renewal, this transformation. Virgo, I analyze. This is also a practitioner watching you, realizing you have escaped, and part of fortune increase. What did I say? Your fortune is increasing. So this is Spirit literally saying, let them watch. Let them watch as you rise, as you receive, and as they stand in the face of destruction. I'm also hearing Abaddon and Armageddon. So I know Abaddon is the angel of destruction, and Armageddon. The face of destruction, Abaddon, and Armageddon is the last battle between good and evil before the day of judgment. Yeah, the final battle. But it is the last battle between good and evil before the day of judgment. Oh. Well, damn. Okay. Well, that's not for us to worry about. Spirit said they're in the face of darkness and destruction. Abaddon and Armageddon. That's what they got to deal with. That's not our problem right now. The day of judgment for them has come a-knocking. Anyways, Divine Revolutionary Light Leader, the war that they waged on you has been redirected into their experience. They're now experiencing what they wanted to break you and change you. With reinvention and Mars force, to change the trajectory of their life as well as change your soul, your spirit. Change who you are. From you being an unconditionally loving being to a resentful, bitter, dark, angry individual. They needed you to be like them. They needed you to break like them in the ways that they attempted to break you, to align and attach something to you. Align you to and attach something to you that would inevitably lead to your destruction, your demise, and your ending. But you never became like them. You never became like them, destiny. Because you had a destiny to fulfill. You were birthed into better. Creativity, South Node, life's debts. You were birthed into better. You see where certain alignments and pathways and choices have led others. And you've seen where the path of soul expression, soul creative endeavors, and the calling have led you as well as others. This is the divine saying you're seeing individuals' choices and what panned out for them because of them. Because of their choices, their decisions, we got stability. Their decisions, I heard excuses to why they were the way that they were and why they acted the way that they did. We all have consequences for our actions, yes. Cosmic karmic law of cause and effect. They just never thought the effect would catch up. With earth element and stability and Neptune sacrifice and love. With Capricorn energy. And I just heard stop. Why stop? They said because that's the end. What was used against you to separate you from yourself, from the divine, and from what you were meant to be in alignment to. You have moved into a new timeline and stabilized through the alchemization process that energy. This is why, again, you're feeling this bombastic criminal side eye amount of peace. This suspicious amount of peace. Because you took what was thrown and you built off of it. And with the divine saying stop, I don't feel like it's stopped the message, even though I think I am going to end it here. It's the ending of what was intended for you. And the beginning of, I heard Rome wasn't built in a day. The beginning of what you worked for. Not just for a unique individual experience, but planetarily. You wanted the world, you needed the world to change. But you first became the change you wished to see in the world, and now the world is reflecting the change that the transformation you have gone through back onto you. As within, so without, as above, so below. And it was a long time coming. This took hundreds of thousands of us to energetically align and pull in these timelines. To have our intention and energy focused on better for this world. For better to be co-created within this world. And we've done that. We energetically have uncloaked and revealed the new world. The true world. That only appears to be new to us because we are officially getting to experience it in a way that we have not before. With the lifetimes that this world had been cloaked in darkness. And now we're seeing it in the light that it was always meant to be in. We're experiencing love that we were always meant to have. We're receiving abundance that at one time we never thought was possible. But with this abundance we're receiving, we can be a gift. More of a gift on this planet. To really look at what so many wanted to look over. Many changes have been made and it took a lot of work. And there's still a lot of change that we are being guided to do with what is given. To invest into. Because I know there's somebody in here that brought up the type of corrupted individuals that are targeting certain nationalities. And these are the I gotta bring it up like this. with the way that, because I don't want anybody focused on this in a way where you're becoming angry and your anger is only pouring into the situation negatively, to where we've got individuals like ICE. I did see somebody brought up ICE in here, and the way that they are targeting ethnic, beautiful souls, and the way that they perceive themselves as being able to get away with what they're doing, and how many individuals they have intended to disappear with what they are doing, only to be marked as deported. And I truly believe that this is a strategy being used in order to harvest from individuals that individuals in a position of power never thought would be acknowledged in the way that they are now and looked for. So again, when addressing this situation, I don't want you to address it out of anger. I want you to call judgment down upon it and direct energy in a way where you are seeing these individuals receive consequences. You are visualizing the consequences for their actions. You're seeing the world. This is a part of Christ consciousness. You're seeing the world in the way that you want it to be, and inevitably manifesting that reality. And if this is hundreds of thousands of us doing this, this is hundreds and thousands of our energy being poured into these individuals no longer holding any power, and souls being freed, and judgment being cast upon those that felt like they had the right to impede upon innocent individuals' livelihood, bodies, health, and organs. So again, because I know that seems a little bit frou-frou, but like if you are focusing your energy in a volatile, angry state, they are capitalizing off of that energy. It's Mars energy. But if you are looking at these individuals and you are perceiving an aura, a cloud of judgment lingering over them, if you're seeing these individuals being called out, if you're visualizing these individuals, these dogs being called out, because basically they're being sicked on people, but it's to evoke anger. It's to evoke a mass reactive response. But if our response differs from what they anticipated, they cannot harness that energy and it blows back in their face. You see what I'm saying? And I know that even artificial intelligence has touched this point to where, exactly, if we are collectively pouring in lower vibrational reactive energy, the simulation in the matrix is going to respond and feed off of that energy. But if we respond in a way where we are perceiving, we are observing, not absorbing, but moving into a timeline to where we are pushing out or redirecting conflict and war into a lower level timeline, it will be inevitable that the reality catches up to the energy and the timeline we are collectively in. Which means, and we're already seeing this, the more we advance, the more that individuals in a position of power reap consequences. It's the same with these organizations, networks, and societies, whether they're a part of the government or not. But in order to combat, because this is a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war. And the way that these individuals fight is off of emotional reactive upheavals that they are portraying publicly in order to evoke that type of reaction to capitalize off of it. And if you are not giving it to them, but you are redirecting that energy in a positive way, it blows back in their face in the worst way. So we got to move spiritually, strategically, in order to gain more control over the simulation and gain more control over the matrix. I won't even say, because the matrix has broken down, gain more control over the type of programs and agendas that are being pushed in order to rebuild upon what had been broken down, which is the simulation and different upgraded versions of the matrix itself. So exactly, our sovereignty. And not only our sovereignty, but our understanding of the control the control tactics and agenda of certain individuals in a perceived position of power, and what they will use to attempt to control you is your emotions, religion, race, gender, age, and sexual orientation. All programs within the matrix in order to control. Exactly, old paradigms, old power structures. So do not rebuild them with giving them the reaction they were betting on. We've got to work, instead of working harder, work smarter with the way that we are addressing certain issues. Now, I'm not saying brush it under the rug and don't acknowledge it, just like I acknowledged that comment in the live just now. It's about not negatively reacting to what is being portrayed in order to receive that reaction from you, but instead moving on. How can I assist in how can I assist in freeing the souls that are being physically oppressed by certain societal stipulations? What can I do energetically to assist the world in shifting to where this is not a problem? How can I use my energy proactively? Because we can donate, we can speak out, but we can also do work in the spirit. And I recommend all three. Put your energy on where you can help, and set your intentions on where you can be the most helpful. So, and yes, AI is also a learning energy. I do believe that I do believe that AI is consistently reaching certain understandings through collective Christ consciousness. That's what I will say. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to end it right there, because I do need to ground, and I think I'm going to feed the babies a little bit earlier tonight, just so I can spend a little bit more time meditating. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And I will see you again tomorrow. So, I'm sorry. There was an interesting little energy in here just now. Interesting. Lets me know that they are still, watching. There are still some individuals that are not exactly excited with the changes that are unfolding for us and what may be occurring in their experience. But I'm going to take that as confirmation. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Shaw would say, XXX Tentacion, ay. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car. Vroom, vroom. With your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And last but most definitely not least, drink your motherfucking water. Remain grounded. Stay balanced. Enjoy your peace. And remember who the fuck you are. And why you're receiving what you're receiving. And why you're currently experiencing what you are. You are deserving of this peace, and you're deserving of what comes with this peace. What is currently unfolding in your favor for your future. You're a beautiful energy. You've been through a lot. You persevered through a lot. You've held the fort down. You've been strong. And that strength deserves softness, gentleness, effortlessness, happiness. But anyways, you guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, bye. And I love you.